everyone, this is Erica here with Flosstube number 8, and I am so happy to be back. It's been a little bit longer than I was hoping for to do another video, but a lot has been going on and just no time. So I have a little helper here today again. Haley, can you say hi?
Hi.
This is my 4-year-old. This is my youngest. Some of you have met her in another video. She's kind of been Mama's helper for several weeks now. She hasn't left my side, huh? Yeah, so she's gonna be here for this video. So what's new? Thank you to all of the returning subscribers that have been watching my videos, and to anyone that is new, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that you like what you see. This is primarily a station all about, a video all about cross stitch. Once in a while I might have some other things, but really cross stitch is my main thing. So what's new? Oh, some of you might have noticed I changed my Flosstube name. It was the Stitching Bug, and I have to be honest, I never really liked that name. I tried for weeks to think of something, and I just couldn't. I'm just not creative sometimes like that. I couldn't think of anything except for the Stitching Bug, and it just got to the point where I just wanted to do a video, and so I just went with that name. But I have since changed it just recently to Look What's in My Hoop, and I also changed my Instagram handle to Look What's in My Hoop, and I will put that below for those of you that might be interested in seeing. I do post on Instagram. I've been a little lax again this month just because it's been kind of crazy. So what is new? Let's see, the girls and I went on vacation last week to New Hampshire. My husband did not come. This is the first time we've ever traveled without him. He actually started a new job in July, and it's a great company. He is really loving it. But they said that he could go negative in his paid time off balance, but you know, because he was new and he really didn't want to make that kind of impression leaving so soon after he started. And also it is a little worrisome being negative in your PTO because you never know when you might need those days for something more important than a vacation. So he did not go, which was sad. I really missed him and wish he could have come. But we went with a friend of mine and her family, her husband. She has 2 girls, and then her parents, and her 2 older girls are friends with my oldest 2 girls. So it was a fantastic time. We went for 5 days. Let's see, Haley, tell them, what was your favorite part about New Hampshire? Where did we go?
Santa's Village and the candy shop.
Yeah, Santa's Village in New Hampshire, Jefferson, New Hampshire.
And the candy shop.
Yeah, there was, oh, and there's Cheddar's, which is an amazing candy shop in Littleton. Is that in Vermont? Is Littleton in Vermont or New Hampshire? I think it's in New Hampshire. There's an amazing candy shop there called Cheddar's, and it has a super, super long, like old-fashioned, like candy jars. It is amazing, and you just pick out your candy. You pay for it by the pound. And Haley, you want to show them what your favorite candy was that you picked out from there?
This.
I don't even know what these are called. Dots, maybe? Here,
Yeah, dots.
Yeah, little candy dots. So those are her favorites. She got a whole bag of candy. Good job. You can put it right back in the bag.
It looks like a mask.
It does look like a mask, yes. So we went to Cheddar's. We went to Santa's Village, which for those of you that have children or grandchildren and have never been, I highly recommend this amusement park. My oldest is 11, and of course she was with a couple of friends who are actually 13, and they had like such an amazing time. Even though they don't believe anymore, they really had such a good time. It was so fun.
I am my Barrette.
And your Barrette, yes. It's a very clean park. They have attendants in every bathroom that when you come out, they go in, they clean. You don't see a speck of trash on the ground. We were there. It was
and you have to do the elves.
Right, yeah, it was raining.
How many elves you can do.
Yeah, how many elves? It was raining on and off, but
and
kids.
Then how many elves you get if you get
yes, you get a prize at the end. Yes.
Yeah. Like a woo-da.
Okay, honey, let mommy talk for a little bit, okay?
Okay.
All right. It was a little raining the day that we went. It was the day that we had tickets, and we just decided to make the best of it and go anyways. We were there. The park opens at 10. They close at 5. We were there the whole entire day, and we got soaked by the end. They do give you ponchos that you can wear and stuff, which helped, but I'll tell you, it wasn't super crowded because of the rain, but there wasn't a single kid there that was crying or miserable. It really is so magical. So if anyone is close and or wants to take a little trip and take their kids, I highly recommend it. So it's Santa's Village in Jefferson, New Hampshire. And it was very affordable. You can bring in your own drinks and your own food. So if cost is a concern, there's economical ways to go and enjoy this park. And the one thing that I loved is, now Haley is, I think, 42 inches, but I think if you were over 36 inches, you could ride all of the rides in the park. So, you know, toddlers, maybe not babies, but toddlers, most toddlers should be able to go on all of these rides. There was one roller coaster that she was afraid to go on, and I don't think I would have put a toddler on it, but my 9-year-old and my 11-year-old went on it and they loved it.
And Julia came with us.
And yes, we went with our friends and their children, so it was really great. But anyways, enough about that. Let's talk about, oh, actually one more life update. So we went on vacation. We got home Friday. Today is Monday. And yesterday the kids were fine. Today I woke up and my middle daughter is really sick. Coughing, sneezing, complaining of terrible belly pain, head congestion. And, you know, sometimes when you travel, you get sick. But she even asked if she could take a COVID test because she feels so terrible. Now, we all had COVID last November, so she knows, you know, she knows what COVID feels like. And I did an at-home test, and it was positive. And this one woke up with sniffles and a little bit of a cough, too. My middle one is definitely the worst feeling out of everybody. My husband, myself, and my oldest child don't have any symptoms, so praying that we don't get sick, but definitely keeping a close eye on her because she's not feeling the greatest. Huh, Haley? Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay, so let's get into stitching. I have a lot to share, and I'm going to try to not make this to be an hour video. And I have an awesome giveaway at the end, so stick around for that. I'm excited about this. Haley, can you scooch over in the chair? Because
Yes.
Mama needs to use my hands. And you can peek your head over if you want. Whoop, that's okay. That's all right. Put some hands. Oh, God, sorry, I'm dropping stuff. Okay, that's okay. Just keep sipping the Gatorade, but don't guzzle it. Just drink it really slow, okay? Sorry, that was my middle one. She's really not feeling so good. Okay, so the first thing that I wanted to show you, I have been primarily focusing on this project this month. This is the Lizzie Kate Halloween Rules. And I have all of the patterns.
And Mommy should do the Christmas rules.
Yeah, I might do the Christmas rules. I don't have those patterns, but I have so much to stitch though, honey. I don't know. So I'm working on this, but before I take this out of the hoop, I do want to show you this hoop because it is amazing. I just got it. I saw it on another Flosstube. I want to say it was Jessica with Sweetwater Stitcher, and there was another Flosstuber that I can't think of what her name is at the moment, that had used this, and I said, oh, you know what, I want to try it. It's called the Nurge hoop. So, oh, there's my needle. N-U-R-G-E, and it's a plastic hoop, but what I love about it is the size. So it's kind of a rectangle shape. Now, some of you who've been watching might remember when I had a wooden one that was 8 inches square, and I really loved that, mostly because I loved the size of it. You had a little more surface area, but then I decided to try this, and it is amazing. It has a tension screw just like the wooden hoops do, and I'm a strictly hoop stitcher. I don't know how to stitch in hand. I've never done it. I'm more comfortable with a hoop. But the reason I love this, and I just got this a few days ago, I ordered it on Amazon. The reason I love it is because it keeps your fabric nice and taut. It doesn't slip. I'm not constantly readjusting the tension like I am with the wooden hoops. So I am a complete convert. This is the medium size, and I think it's like maybe 8 inches by 9 inches. I mean, it's not perfectly square. You can see that it's more rectangle, but I love it. This is the perfect size for me to hold in my hand. And my favorite part of it is that the fabric, it doesn't move, so it is amazing. Now, I stitch mostly with Lugana, which I really like, but I can see how, I do have a few projects where I use linen, and I can't wait to try this on linen because I think my stitches will come out a little bit better when the fabric is, you know, a little easier to work with. So I am almost done. Let me show you this, and I apologize for the wrinkles. I roll my fabric up and use these magnets to hold it in place. So, but I really wanted to show you that hoop on a project so you could see. So I am almost done. I'm working on this Howl at the Moon, and there's one more after that, Be Spooktacular. This is stitched on 32 count vintage country mocha. I used most of the called for colors. I was hoping to have it done before I went on vacation, but I ran out of this dark thread. This is Blackbird. I only bought Classic Colorworks Blackbird. I had only bought one skein of it, so I had to order more, and then it came in just before I left on vacation, and I didn't get to stitch much on vacation, so this isn't done. And I'm grateful that I ordered 2 skeins of the Blackbird because I already used up the second one, and I'm on my 3rd one. So if anyone is planning on stitching this, buy some extra skeins. I am conservative with my specialty threads. I try not to waste them, and I still needed a 3rd skein. I am stitching this 2 over 2 though. So I'll just show this one more time. So this will definitely be a finish by my next video. I don't know, maybe even I'll have a full finish. I am planning on having this framed, but I don't think I'm going to do the glass over it because if you can see, there's little buttons in here, and I kind of don't want to cover that up with glass. And because this is obviously a seasonal piece, I'm not going to have it out all year long where I need to really worry too much about dust. So I just have this pattern to finish, and then the Be Spooktacular. So I'm so excited. I wanted to get this one done by Halloween, and I'll definitely have that finished, fully finished by then. So that's exciting. So I wanted to show you that. I have no finishes, no complete finishes this week because, you know, I stitch so slow that I'm not going to have finishes every time. And I also worked a little bit on this Mill Hill button and beads kit. It's called Midnight Farm. So this is really sweet. I'm not stitching it on the perforated paper that it came with. I am stitching it on 32 count, gosh, I can't remember the name. Maybe dark, I don't know, charcoal? I think it's charcoal. Lugana. And again, I'm sorry for the wrinkles. So I got a little more of the roof done. What's left is beading. And then I started to work on the silo and then on the clouds here a little bit. I've never done a Mill Hill bead kit, and I'm really enjoying it. It comes with everything you need, including the needles. Not the Lugana, obviously. That was something I purchased extra because I didn't want to do it on the paper. So I'm really enjoying that. That will be a focus for me after I get a couple other projects done. I don't know if I'll have it done and displayed this October or not for the season, but that's okay. There's always next year. This is the other whip that I'm really focusing on. I want to have this done. I'm hoping I can finish it by the end of the month. This is, I've shown this before, Mama Witch X Stitch, called Pumpkin Gardener. This is a PDF. You can go online on her Etsy store and get the PDF right away. I love this one. And I'm stitching this on, oh, let's see. It's 32 count Lugana, and it's called, I want to say it's Dark Storm Cloud. Yep, Dark Storm Cloud. I got this from To Dye For Fabrics. Oh, I lied. Maybe it's 28 count. With the called for DMC, and I've been able to get pretty far. Last time I was with you guys, I was working on this, so I got that finished, and then I started to work on that side of her dress. But I love this. I don't know. But, and this is a needle minder I purchased a long time ago from Flamingo Toes. She has a website and an Etsy store, and they're great. I love, they're very strong, so I don't really worry about losing my needles. So after I finish the Lizzie Kate, I am planning on finishing this so I can have a couple pieces at least to put up in time for Halloween. And then we'll see what else I can get done. Okay, I'm gonna try to keep my stuff together here so I don't lose everything. Now the other thing I wanted to show you was this. Oh, I apologize too for the last video. Oh my God, I royally screwed up, and I showed the pattern for this. This is the Bobby G Designs Halloween Season of the Witches. I showed the whole pattern, and then I had to go back and try to fix it, and it made this weird border around it, and I couldn't mess with it anymore. So I apologize that the last video was so weird. And I don't think I have the original picture here to show you, but it is a line. There's a witch's cauldron in the center, and then there's 4 witches, 2 on each side, and a little cat, and it's just a long row. Now, I had originally was going to stitch this on a piece of blue fabric I have here somewhere that I'll show you, and it was called Cauldron. But then I saw this on Floss and Fabric, and it's 32 count Lugana, and I decided to stitch it on this instead. I love this fabric so much. And I got the little cauldron done, and I'm starting to work on the other witch. So once I finish the pumpkin gardener, this is also going to be a focus piece. I don't know, I might be able to get this done by October. We'll see. But I really love this fabric. And the blue fabric that I was originally going to put this on was called Cauldron, and I found another pattern that I liked that fabric better with. So that was a whip. I am really feeling overwhelmed by the number of whips and patterns that I have. So I think I have to just focus on, okay, I want to get this one done and then this one done. So I might not have as many whips going forward because I really just want to get things finished. And this one I've shown before, the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. It's the Christmas wreath. Oh, sorry for the glare. This one I've started 3 times, and I think 3rd time's the charm because I like how it's coming out so far. This is on 32 count Mint Splash Lugana with the called for DMC. And I don't remember where I was the last time. I know I didn't have any of this pink, so I did work on this a little bit. This is not a focus piece, so I might only get a couple hours a week in on this. I will make it a focus piece, I think, after the Halloween season so that I can maybe get that done. I don't know. The next whip that I wanted to show you, everyone, well, not everyone, a lot of people are stitching this, by Plum Street Sampler. It's Live on Little. So I really love this pattern. I am not in any crazy rush to finish it, so I work on it an hour or 2 a week, and I'm fine with that. And someday it might become a focus piece, but for now, I want to work on these other things. And I'm stitching this on Bramble by Floss and Fabric, 32 count. I love her fabric and her store. Let me see where my orientation is. I think it's this way. And I just have just a little start, nothing crazy. So this one will take me a long time to finish, but that's okay. One stitch at a time, right? Whoops. Oh my God, now I don't even know which way it goes. I think it goes like this. And I really love this. It is actually really fun to stitch. So I did work that on a little bit, on that one for a little bit. Usually I try to dedicate Sundays, if I'm not working, to this one and a couple other ones. But my schedule's been a little bit off this month. So the other one that I'm working on Sundays is, this is a Mill Hill Autumn Gatherings. This was a copy that I found on the secondary market. I got it from eBay, and I'm stitching this pattern because I love it. And I am stitching it on, let's see, Wren, also a 32 count Lugana. So I might only get an hour or two on this a week, and I haven't actually worked on it in a couple weeks either. So I'm just working on the female pilgrim, the bottom of her dress and a little bit of the border underneath. I won't have this done for Thanksgiving this year, but that's okay, a little bit at a time. It really is fun, and it has a ton of beading, which I love. Like, if you can, there's so many beads in there. It's so exciting, like all of this. I love beading. It's one of my favorite things to do on a project. So maybe won't be this year, but I would love to have this finished for next Thanksgiving. Whoop, look at my little mess of thread there. And I had purchased a Pam's Needle and Thread bag. I've talked before about how much I love her bags, and most of the ones that I had purchased were vinyl, but I did see this one, and I love that it's not vinyl. So I keep that project in this bag. Her bags are amazing. I love the more square shape, and the quilting is beautiful. And they're very affordable. It's usually around $29 for a bag, and they're extremely well made. I'll link her below too if I remember. So let's see. I had shown this before. This was a new start the last time, By the Bay Needle Art New England Winter. Love this. And I started to stitch it. I can't remember the name of this fabric. If anyone really wants to know, I'll look it up because I have the tag in another little cupboard. It's really pretty. It's not the called for fabric, but I liked it. It is 32 count, but I'll tell you, it must have shrunk because the 32, it's very tight. And this is 2/2. And I had, I got this far, and I don't think I like 2/2 on this particular fabric. So I think I'm going to frog it all out, and I'm going to do 1/1. Or actually what I'll do is I'll do 1/1 first, and then decide which one I like better, and frog out whatever one I don't like. But this is really, really sweet pattern. I love the different colored houses, and of course the horse and the sleigh. So this gets a little bit of love. Again, I haven't worked on it probably since my last video, but I will throw in, an hour here and there when I can. Okay. These aren't even all my whips. It's embarrassing, really, how many I have. And I said, I distinctly remember when I started my Flosstube, I don't like a lot of whips. I don't want a lot of whips. I don't, but I like to start. Therefore, I end up with a lot of whips. This one I showed, I don't know, maybe a video or two ago. This is a working copy, so the colors aren't exact, but it's called the Pastoral. Is this the drawn thread? It is the drawn thread. And I'm going to stitch the whole thing. Now it calls for dinky dyes, some DMC, and some gentle art. And I had talked before how I didn't know if I loved the dinky dye thread. I'd never stitched with it before. So I had started it. This top one is with dinky dye. And then I decided to order the over-dyed thread that they said that you could use. And I started over. And this is the over-dyed, not the dinky dye. And part of my problem with the dinky dye is I don't think I loved the colors. I felt they were a little faded. I don't know. I do like this better. So I don't know. Let me know what you think. Should I frog that out and just continue with the dinky dyes? Or should I go with the over-dyed thread, like that little ladybug down below? I'm leaning towards the over-dyed. And this is stitched on 32 count raw natural linen, Belfast linen by Zweigart. And I really like the color. It's like a kind of like an oatmeal color. So I do want to put in a few more stitches on that. I haven't worked on it because I just don't know which way to go. So please, please, please tell me what you think. Should I continue with the dinky dye threads, which I don't think I totally love? Or should I go with the little brighter version with the overdyed threads? Not silks, overdyed. Okay. So that really is all of my whips. Let's see, we're at 26 minutes. So again, I'm going to focus on some of those Halloween pieces, and then I have a couple of fall Thanksgiving pieces that I want to start. But each month I am going to focus on an older whip that I have started in an effort to get some of these whips off my plate. And I don't want to start a ton of new projects, but I have a boatload of patterns. Oh my God, it really is appalling. I have more patterns than I could ever stitch, so I have to stop. It has to stop. So I am going to show you some of my haul though. And a lot of these were recent purchases. Some are not though. So, but I know that you can still get all of these. So I found these at Michael's. They're just wood cutouts. They were 50% off. So I think these, like, they were $3 or $4 with the 50% off. And I thought these would be great for finishing. So you can paint them, you can stain them, you can put your display piece on, you know, if you like to add ribbons or bows or anything. And they stand up on their own because they're so solid. So there's two different pumpkins. And I'd say, I don't know, this is maybe 7 inches tall and I don't know, 5 inches, 6 inches wide. They're not super huge, but they're nice and they're big enough to be able to display a piece. And then I love this one, the Little Witch's Cauldron. So, yep, these are, oh, this one's 7.9 by 6.9, and they're a little over an inch thick. So I think I'm going to stain this one black. I'm going to stain these other ones, I don't know if I can find an orangey kind of stain. Maybe I would stain that. I don't know. I have to think about it. So hopefully I'll be able to finish those. Then I went to Hobby Lobby the other day because I wanted to get some florals for the fall before they were all gone, and they're having a 50% off sale. And I came across this little bench, and I thought it was really cute. It's metal on the bottom, wood on the top. And I just thought it would be cute to put some fall, well, any stitching. You could use this year round, but you know, for the upcoming season, I could put a fall piece and like a pumpkin or some florals or whatever. So, you know, anyone's looking for a little bench, this is really cute. And that was at Hobby Lobby. So now I'm going to show you the disgusting amount of patterns that I have purchased. Like, I'm not kidding, I am appalled at myself. Appalled. It's awful. So this was the fabric. It's called Cauldron that I was stitching the Bobby G Designs pattern on. And I love it until I saw that Voodoo, and I said, ooh, I want the Voodoo instead. But this could be used for a lot of different things. So if anyone's interested, again, it was from Floss and Fabric. And this was 32 count Lugana. I don't know if they had other sizes or not, but. So I will use that for something else. It certainly won't be a waste. I put it in with a couple different patterns. This one I don't think I've shown. It's Autumn Lane. Something Wicked This Way Comes. Sorry for the glare. And I think I would love to stitch this. I'm not starting this year, but I would love to stitch this pattern on this fabric. And it's showing up, I think that right there is pretty close to its true color. So I think that'll be fun. I've never done an Autumn Lane pattern, so that will be fun to do. And I can't remember if I showed this the last video. I am really into the drawn thread. I just am loving their stuff lately. I have a couple other patterns in here to show you. This is Trick or Treat by the Drawn Thread. So, I don't know. I don't know when I'll start that. I don't think it'll be this year. And I might decide to stitch that also on that fabric, the Cauldron. I do like a little bit of blue, and I think the orange pumpkins on the blue would really pop. I don't know. Have to see. I have enough fabric to do both of those patterns, should I decide to. So there's that. Look at this pile of haul. Ridiculous, right? Now, granted, it has been 5 weeks, and some of this was from the last video that I forgot to pull out and show, but still. All right, I have never heard of these books before. I don't know how I didn't know about them, but Craftways comes out with a cross-stitch book every year. I know they did one up through 2021. I don't know if they have one coming out for this year. This was 2019, maybe. It was a few years ago. Oh, 2020. A cross-stitch Christmas. And I saw this on someone else's video, and there were some patterns in there that I really liked. And I thought, why not get it? And I found it online. I think normally when these books first come out, they are about $40. Of course, this one's a couple years old. So I got it for cheaper than that. But I think I saw this one, the Fa La La, and I don't think this would take that long to stitch because wording is pretty quick. I mean, there are some color changes, but... And then this one was really sweet. And there were quite a few in here. This one on the cover I really liked. I think I like the brighter colors like that for Christmas. I don't know if I can find the other one. Where is it? So, well, anyways. Oh, here it is. The deer one. Love that. So I want to stitch some of these. But I went on to Hirschner. Well, I started looking for other Craftways books. And Hirschner's, it's Herschnerrs, Hirschners.com, had one from, maybe that was the 2019 one. It had like a snowman on it. And it was a Craftways hardcover cross-stitch book. And it was on sale for $5. And then with shipping, it cost more to ship than it did to purchase the book. With shipping, it was $6 for shipping, so it came to like $11 total. And I ordered that book because for $11 for a hardcover book, and there's a ton of patterns in these. I just showed you some of the ones that I really liked, but those were cute. There's a lot in here I would stitch. Has a biscornu. This I thought was really pretty. I don't like that color palette, but you could change that pretty easy. So if you've never heard of these books, check them out. And I hope they come out with a 2022 one. If anyone knows, if you're familiar with these, do you know if they're coming out with another one this year or when these books come out? Because I would definitely ask for that for Christmas. This was one I purchased a while ago, Heart and Hand. sorry, my nose really itches. I'm going to try to start doing some more smalls just so I can get some finishes and have things to display, but I thought that was really sweet. It's called a Crow Pocket Round Heart and Hand. Oh, and it includes the embellishments. I probably got this on 1, 2, 3 stitch. I mentioned this before when I was showing the Halloween Mill Hill kits, that there was one that came out for this year that had a dog on it, and I wanted to stitch it for my husband, and I did order it. Can you stand the cuteness? He loves labs. We've had yellow labs, we've had black labs. So I'm going to try to stitch this. I don't know if I'll get it done for him this year. I'll give it to him whenever I'm done though, even if it's not for Christmas, because I think he would like that. So if anyone likes those kits, that's the one for this year. I don't have very many. Oh, hi Maggie. You gonna come visit? Come on. Oh, I gotta show you my kitty if she comes up. Come on. Yes. Oh, you're a good girl. I caught you. I've been wanting to show you off for a while. This is Maggie. Maggie is, oh, she's getting a little feisty. Maggie is my oldest kitty. She's 12. And she is one big fluff ball, except she's tiny. She's not a very big cat. But Maggie and her brother, well, there was a feral cat. I was pregnant for my oldest, like 2 months pregnant. There was a feral cat outside the house that my husband and I lived in down near Albany, and she had 8 kittens. And I came home from work and I see all these black kittens tumbling over one another. This was in August, early September. And we rescued the kittens and we trapped the mom. I feel bad that we took all of the kittens away from the mom, but we didn't need 8 more feral cats outside. We were able to trap the mom in a Save a Heart trap, and we were able to get her spayed. And then she was too wild to try and rehabilitate. The vet has said she would be better off releasing back to the wild, and I don't know, I feel bad about that. I don't know if that was the right choice. Our neighbor fed them though. She would leave out food and she would always see her. So she kind of hung around that area. But anyways, we rescued the kittens and we kept 2 of them. Maggie has a brother, Mongo, and Mongo passed away 3 years ago. He was 9. He had congestive heart failure and just got to the point where we couldn't treat it anymore, and I didn't want him to suffer, so we had him put to sleep. Broke my heart though. He was my best bud. But I have a sister and she acts like a kitten. She's 12, but you wouldn't know it. So I don't have a lot of Valentine's patterns, and I saw this. This is Heart and Hand, Big Hearted Tiny Town. I thought that was really cute. So I'm going to try to stitch that for this year, and these are the over-dyed threads, called for threads. I don't know. I've seen other people whip these up pretty quick. I don't know. You know, I'm a slow stitcher, so I don't know if I'll be whipping anything up awful quick. I've kind of been on an autumn lane kick. So I have 2 more patterns. This one, Santa Claus is Coming to Town. So when I've talked about it before, and I'm going to show it this year, but I do a kid's Christmas tree, and it has like a little bit of a retro vibe to it. It's very colorful. I use the old-fashioned style. Oh God, what are they called? Oh, the really colorful bulbs. This is what happens when you go on vacation, you get no sleep, and then your kids are sick. You just lose all brain function. I'll show you. I'll show you at Christmas time. Anyways, I love this. Love the colors. Kind of reminds me of a vintage poster. And so I think this might be one of my new starts for winter. But I have seen this for a long time. I've wanted it. I don't know why I waited. This is Autumn Lane, Autumn Town. And what I love is that the green in this is the fabric. So I don't know if it's I think it's this path is probably the fabric. So you don't stitch that actual portion of it. But I love these colors, and I wanted to do it. It seems a little daunting though, because it's a lot of stitches and big. Well, 10 by 14 if you stitch it on a 28 count. But I was able to find the fabric. So it calls for 28 count linen, Apple Harvest by Mountain Air Fabric. I don't know if you can see that. I went onto their site through Etsy, Mountain Air, and they make this fabric still. It takes 4 to 6 weeks, but that's okay because I'm not starting it this year anyway. But I love that. So these two are by the same company. I haven't stitched anything by them, but I love their stuff. So that was new. The Prairie Schooler Christmas Eve. I don't know why. I haven't stitched really any Prairie Schooler, but I like this. So I think this might also be a new start later on. This is With Thy Needle and Thread. I love fall most of all. Super cute. This is, I'm planning on doing this next year. I don't want to do this year. This is a new one. Was it? Oh God, for Expo? I don't know. But it's the Cottage Garden Trick or Treat. I ordered this through Etsy and I love it. I originally, when I saw it, I was like, oh, I'm going to make these into all ornaments for my Halloween tree. But then when the pattern came, I love it all as one. So this is one that I will start next year. But you can see here they do individual and here it's just the one piece. But really cute. So this is a new one. I just got this a couple weeks ago and it just came out, so I know that you can still get it. So I don't have any local needlework shops, I have to order online. But for those of you that have local needlework shops, you might be able to get it right there or ask them. So there's that. Hey Maggie, what are you doing? Being a good girl? I was not going to get this. This was new. Oh, maybe is it Expo in May? I don't know. I'm terrible. Whatever it was in May. This came out with Seasons of the Heart with Thy Needle and Thread. It's pretty popular. I've seen a lot of floss tubers. And I wasn't going to do it. I don't know why. I don't know why it didn't call to me. But then I saw somebody stitch this. And this blue house just did me in. I said, oh, I'll have to go back and watch the video because the blue was a little bit brighter blue than this. It wasn't like an obnoxious blue though. It was a really pretty wintry blue and it did me in. So I did order this. And now that I have it, the autumn one is super cute. So I would do the winter and the autumn. I don't know so much if I would do the spring. It's okay. I do like the flag though. That might be an option, but there's other patriotic pieces I would stitch first. So that was new. I know guys, it's so bad. Oh, I found this on Amazon. It's called Country Christmas with Beads and Buttons. It's a Mill Hill. It was used. I'm not sure who the seller was, but I thought this pattern, the Ho Ho Ho, was really adorable. It's very hard to see on here. I don't know if I can get close enough for it to focus. No. But the Santa's beard is all beads. And it's like little swoops of beads. Like 2 sides. So there's 2 swoops and a few layers. And I love it. I would not do it in the ivory though. I would do your traditional red and white. So if anyone's interested, you could probably find this on other secondary markets. It was not expensive, maybe like $5 or so. So, and a couple dollars for shipping. So I don't know. I liked that. What are you doing, Maggie? Huh? Something got your eye? You guys, I'm sorry. The haul is out of control. I'm going to do this year. This is Lizzie Kate, Dear Santa, I've Been Good. This is a new one. So I will start this shortly after my Halloween pieces because I think I can get this done this year. And I'm going to do both pieces. And where's the other one? Oh, this one. This is Lizzie Kate ABC Christmas. I also want to have this one done for this year. And I ordered the Lizzie Kate Halloween ABC. So I will start that. I don't know. I mean, lettering is quick. So you know, the words like you could do easily. I'm not sure with all these little motifs if it'll take a little longer, but maybe I can get it done. I don't know. So I will start this soon. I think I'm just waiting for the thread to come in for that. Couple other Lizzie Kates I ordered. Again, I want to just start stitching some smalls. This one here, oops, is part of a bigger pattern. This is called Lizzie Kate Jingles. This pattern is Ho Ho Holiday, but I don't know if you can see the bigger pattern there. It's pretty cute for anyone that likes Lizzie Kate. And then this is a snippet, and To All a Good Night Santa from '04. It's really cute. I think I saw this on Java Girl Stitches. I went back to watch some of her older videos. Man, that girl knows how to finish. Oh my gosh, she is so inspiring. It's Java Girl Stitches. So if you, I can't imagine you haven't heard of her or seen her videos, but if you haven't, go check her out. She just is amazing. I don't know, she stitches like a mad woman. Really, she gets so much done. This one I just ordered too. It's Grill Point DeCroix Christmas Scenes. And again, I love how it's a little vintage looking. Sorry, I don't know with that glare. That's so sweet. Oh my gosh. And I would stitch this. I mean, you could stitch this individually, like that could be a grouping. You could do the deer by itself, you know. But I would do this as all one because I love it. That was on, oh, Fat Quarter Shop. I got that one from. So what else did I get? A couple more things. I talked about these, the Cottage Garden, A Year in the Woods. I am not starting any of these, but I'm getting the patterns to start next year. So this is the newest one, the woodpecker. The one before this is an owl, which I've showed in another video. It's amazing. Then Little House Needleworks, Old Glory. I'm going to put this in with my patriotic stitching. Thought that was really cute. And then this one, I also want to start. How many times have I said, oh, I'm going to start that when I'm done with this one? I'm going to have like 4 new starts just for fall. This is Bent Creek, the trilogy, autumn lineup. I found this on eBay. And I have a winter lineup coming. They have one for each season, but the winter and fall I liked the most. So I do want to start this one. I'm going to be stitching my little heart out here, especially if we're going to be quarantined with COVID. I don't have any symptoms, but I can't imagine that I'm not going to get it with the kids being sick. That's okay. So that one will be a new start. And then the last, oh, not last pattern, another drawn thread, welcome. I don't have any welcome patterns or anything like that, but I thought this was really nice. You could leave this up for the entire winter. It's not just Christmassy. So I do love that. That'll be a winter piece that I want to work on. Okay, so the last couple of things, these are not new patterns. They've been out for a while. Like this was summer of 2018. It's the annual holiday issue from Stony Creek Cross Stitch. I got it right from stonycreek.com. And I love this stocking. Oh my Lord, stocking. But I don't want to stitch the stocking. I just want to do the lighthouse portion of it. This is beautiful. If I could figure out maybe how to do that in something else, I would. But I love that stocking, and I want to put it in my bathroom. So this was a magazine. They have them right on their website, even though it's older. And it has a ton of other patterns. You can kind of get an idea. I like that one too. So that might be a winter one that I start. And then I had also ordered, when I ordered that, I ordered these a couple months ago, but I know they still have them. This is the Stony Creek Collection Santa Claus Lane, book 500. And I liked this one. So these won't be quick stitches, but I like them. And then the last thing, I have seen quite a few floss tubers stitch this, or starting to stitch it. I haven't seen one completely completed. And I know I talked before about how samplers really aren't my thing. I haven't found one that called to me. But I do like this. Teresa Koga, Land That I Love. I was watching Cornhusker State Stitchers, and I've seen this, the strawberries I think are what did me in, and then this motif here, and then the houses. I mean, the whole thing. I love the border. So this will not be a new start for me until I get one of those bigger projects finished, but for anyone that, oh, I just wanted to show it for anyone that might be interested. And it comes in a spiral bound book, which is nice. Of course, I always make a working copy, but yeah, so that's a new one. Then the other thing, the end of this month, like I think coming up this week, maybe this is Expo this week. Someone let me know. I'm having brain fog, so I can't think. Teresa Koga, I think I saw on Instagram, Teresa Koga is coming out with a Halloween book. I believe there are 11 patterns, and each pattern that I have seen is to die for. It is right up my alley with that style. There's a couple of black cats. There's a witch and a pumpkin and a cat, and it's that very nostalgic vintage kind of vibe, and I love it. So I pre-ordered that book. It was $30 on Etsy. I think the site that I ordered it from did have free shipping, but I've seen through different things on Instagram and online probably about half of the patterns, maybe 2/3 of the patterns, and I love every single one. So I cannot wait to get that and to show it. But for anyone that loves Halloween and likes Teresa Koga, go do a search for it. You'll find it. Just do a Google search, Teresa Koga Halloween book, and you'll get a ton of pop-ups that show you. Okay, so that really is all that I have. I'm sorry. Oh, no, it's not. I have a giveaway. Oh my gosh, the best part of the video, I almost forgot. So I wanted to just do a giveaway just because, and you know that I love Pam's Needle and Thread bags. So I purchased a new bag. This is brand new. I have the same bag, but this is a brand new one. This is Teresa Koga's fabric. That was new for this year. And this is the back. So I'm going to be giving away this bag, brand new bag. And I'm also going to be giving away, this is a brand new pattern. It hasn't been used. I bought it. I thought about stitching it, but there's too many other things. So it's Jardin Privé, Jardin, I don't know, Halloween. But it's a really nice pattern. So you will get the bag and then the pattern. And let's see, it's like, what is today, August 22nd? I'm going to try to do a video in 3 weeks. I want to do videos a little more often. I think 3 weeks is doable for me rather than waiting a month. And so I will be announcing the winner for the bag and the pattern. It's a set, so you'll get both of these. The rules, you must be 18 because you have to provide me with a U.S. address. Not shipping overseas at this time, but a U.S. address, continental U.S. So you have to be 18. Please like the video. You have to be a subscriber. I didn't look into that for the first giveaway that I did if people were a subscriber or not, but for this one I definitely am. So please hit the subscribe button, like the video. Also, turn on your notifications. When I do the random comment generator, whatever that is, I will notify the winner by responding to your comment. If your notifications aren't on, you won't know that you won unless you remember to come back and look for the next video. The last giveaway, I had a couple of people not claim their prizes, probably because they didn't have their notifications or maybe they just didn't want it anymore, I don't know. But I don't want someone to miss out on this prize because they aren't aware that they won. So I plan on doing another video around the middle of September. I'll draw a winner. I will comment on your comments, so make sure your notifications are on, and that we'll know when a new video comes too, so you can watch and see who won. And then I would like to get this to the person by the beginning of October, so that maybe if they wanted to start stitching something for fall or Halloween, they could. Okay, so for the comment, let me think, maybe just put, oh, you know what, it's not going to be stitching related. Tell me what your favorite TV show is that you're currently watching, whether it's on, you know, Netflix or Prime Video or cable, wherever. Just let me know what it is that you are loving to watch right now. So anyone that makes a comment, you'll be entered automatically into the drawing. I think I can do that without having a specific word. Actually, let me know what your favorite TV show is that you're currently watching, and how about the word Halloween? That way I can use that Halloween word as a prompt for the generator. So if you want to win this pattern, just do both of those things. So be 18, subscribe, like, and comment your favorite TV show that you're watching and the word Halloween. And I'll be back the middle of September. All right, thanks everyone for watching. Happy stitching.